Hello, citizens. Hangar 3. We are going to go to Hangar 3. I am currently in Arc L1. Going to go do some prospector mining. That's what I want to do today. I want to just kind of relax. I've already forgotten Hangar 3. I just want to relax and do a little bit of mining. And I thought, what a perfect time to have you along while I do the mining and just talk about some upcoming information and things that are happening in Star Citizen. Now, of course, the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is happening soon, within a couple weeks. I've finished all but the very last video of the 8 videos I'm putting out, dealing with the final 8 best in show ships. So those are going to be out. I just have to finish doing the thumbnails, and then I'm going to start posting those one a day leading up to the expo. I'm not going to lead them right up to the very last day of the expo. I'm going to start them relatively soon, so look forward to that. If you are not a Star Citizen member, don't forget, you can make your account at any time. Be sure to use referral code. You can see there's one up on the screen here, but an even easier way is the link in the description below. And that way you're ready to download the game and start playing when the expo takes place. So that is coming up soon. Now, what I want to talk about, and the reason why I'm making this video instead of just kind of relaxing and playing and taking it a bit easy today after work, is that there was a thread for All About Cargo, Ask Me Anything for the upcoming. They're going to do like the Inside Star Citizen as usual, where they answer some questions, and there was some pretty cool information in there. So I'm going to go through that while I am just kind of mining. That's the wrong button. This one here, and I'll talk about a bit on that. So I'm going to Alt Tab out of the screen a couple times to be able to change my notes, because I'm going to be reading off those notes. But pretty cool. So once I set, I'm going to go to Lyra, always a good place to go. Alright, so the first things first, we're looking at, some people were asking about how the functionality of cargo is going to go. Are you going to have to manually load up your cargo? Where is, there it is. Let's aim over here. Are you going to have to actually manually load up your cargo, or will it be just going into your cargo grid? Because I was wondering in a previous video that I recorded that you may not have seen yet, it might be one of the ones coming up. Are you going to be allowed to use your tractor beam inside an armistice zone? Because in my mind, if you're going to have to load up your cargo, that's going to be the case. But currently, all ships are going to function similarly to how they do now. Once 3.18 comes online, things like resource pods and saddlebags. So if your ship gets destroyed, those things aren't detachable, and they're not going to create cargo that can be looted. So the prospector, still blowing a prospector is not going to get you Quantanium. It's not going to get you any goods, but any goods that are refined and in your ship, those are going to be lootable by pirates. A lot of this is kind of clarifying how a lot of the pirate stuff is, and I really kind of think this is good as far as piracy in the game. Even though I'm not a fan of piracy, I think it could become a lot better. Things with external cargo, though, now they use the example of like the hull series or the raft. Those are going to detach and drop their cargo when they blow up. I'm assuming that also means the Nomad, which I would consider to be external cargo. Now, this is the cool one, though. This is the one that wasn't really clear in the last Inside Star Citizen, is that with 3.18, they're introducing the concept of a soft death of a ship. Now, what does soft death of a ship means? That means that there's a 70% chance that a vehicle, when it's destroyed, and I'll put that in quotes, destroyed, or die, we guess you could say, its interior and its cargo is intact from the combat deaths. So the explosive deaths are deaths by exploding because you've like flew into something or flew into like water and your ship blows up. Does not trigger the soft death. But the soft death means that 70% of the time, you and any people, any crew in your ship are still alive. The cargo is still going to be in your cargo grid, and that's when your ship reaches 0 health, and 30% of the time your ship explodes and the cargo explodes, and then 0 to 90% of those little boxes fall on the ground. So that means 75% of the time when your ship is attacked by pirates and killed, your ship then is floating dead in space with you still inside it. If somebody still wants to get your cargo, they're going to have to come in there and get it. And if you have weapons on your ship, you can defend yourself. And I think that is pretty cool. So I think, hopefully, if you come across a dead ship, a ship that is broken down and not repaired, blowing that up should get you a massive crime stat. That would be what I would like to, I don't think that's the case, but I would love if that were the case, so that pirates, if they don't get an exploded ship and they have to actually do some boarding and they're not willing to do the boarding, they can't, you know, just blow up the ship afterwards. That's what I would like. Where should I go? I'm only using this to get to the surface, but what looks like a good place? You know, mineral reserve sounds like there should be some there, but let's go to Shubin. So that's one of the cool things. That's one of the new things, is the whole idea of a soft death. I think that's really cool. It would be much better if then you could do repair work with your salvage tool to get your ship up and running again, or if that slowly some systems would come back online. That'd be really cool. But in the meantime, I'm wondering how long a death could be soft death, and I'm wondering if that's going to lead to a lot of people just incapacitating a ship and flying away thinking it's funny. We're going to see. You know, it's all going to come out. So let's just kind of see what other notes I have here. This is kind of answering one of the questions I had, which is, can you use a tractor beam inside an armistice zone? And it says containers are snapped to the grid whether placed in the ship. Anything in the ship or attached to the grid be able to sell a commodity kiosk. And buying cargo works like it does now. You purchase from the kiosk, it's loaded in your ship automatically and attached to the grid. Once outside the armistice zone, that's when you can rearrange with the tractor beam however you want. So it seems like no, tractor beams are still not going to be available in your ship to use. Where should I go? 7,000. We'll start there. See, actually, we'll start at the 6 and then go to the 7. See what's there. So yeah, so right now cargo's the same way. Cargo is, you buy cargo, it shows up in your ship, then you can fly away, and if you want to move it around, then you can move it around. So no tractor beams or multi-tools in the armistice zone still. In a way, I can see that being good, because people might find ways to get to places they shouldn't in those armistice zones. I really wish I could see that. That's granite. Let's go this way. I'm looking for Quantanium. Why not? No real changes for commodity prices in 3.18. But once the manual loading and unloading happens, they're going to change them for that loop. So that's kind of a cool thing. There's another granite deposit. This one is too close. Those are going to be rock minables, I assume. And then, so they're talking about things like you giving boxes also, that you can use boxes that you can bring around inside bunkers, load looted items into it. Yeah, that's definitely a bunch of rock minables. I wonder what kind. Aphorite. Whoa, there we go. But you can't do that. They say it probably won't make it to 3.18. At some point, it will be a thing. This is where I use the dreaded soon. That's when that happens. So, unfortunately, the larger boxes, the 1 SU boxes, without having to glitch one out by blowing up a ship, are not going to be available right away, but hopefully soon. That's kind of cool. Once I get to these, I'm then going to scroll my notes down a bit more. What do we got here? What is this? Quantanium. Alright, let's go see what this is. While I'm coasting down, I'll scroll this. What else? Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. That's what happens when you alt-tab out of something. That is too big. 7,821. Let's see what percentage of rock I'm going to be annoyed that I can't mine with my Prospector. Now you can see I have here a Torrent 3 and 2 focus modules on here. If I had a Surge, 2.63. I feel better. I feel better about that. Which way am I going now? This way. One of these, I think this one that's only 1,200 away might have been another rock. Nope. It's more rock mineable. Lots of rock minables to find here. There's no new commodities coming out. The only new commodity coming out is going to be RMC, which is what you get from hull scraping, and so those are going to be able to be sold at commodity kiosks. Larger than 1 SU containers are still planned, but currently those are not going to be in game either. So everything is bought and sold in 1 SCU. So I'm guessing with an Argo raft, you're not buying the bigger containers yet. You're just filling up your containers with cargo, which is not surprising. That's again another rock mineable. I'm not having luck at finding things that I can actually mine. I mean, technically you can mine them are rock minables, but I'm not doing that right now. Let's slow my max down a bit. There we go. Got a Genesis deposit. We'll keep going on that one. Currently, nothing's changing with loading and unloading, so the handling of materials is automatically just like it's been in the past. You're going to go to a kiosk, you're going to order items, they're going to appear in your ship. No one's having to load them and unload them. Later on, you can get them manually loaded, or you're going to have them loaded for you. It's going to be more like refineries, they said. So if you want to buy your goods and they're going to show up right away, and then you can chuck them on with a tractor beam, that'll be instantaneous. And if you have a large crew, you can get them loaded really quick. Or you can get them manually loaded, which means almost like a refinery job. You're going to set it up where you're going to say, I want these loaded to my thing, and you're going to have to wait and come back when your ship is loaded. Hopefully, this will also maybe include some sort of hangar so that your ship is basically stored and unstored, so that you're not having to continually guard your ship. Here's another Quantanium. 4,709. I can do this one. Let's see what level this one is. How much Quantanium is in this little rock here? 47.21%. We're getting this rock 100%. What a good find, finally. Get nice and close. Basically, rub your tool right along it. And we're gonna crack this rock while I talk. Ooh, I rhymed. Didn't even try. So they refer to it a lot like the refinery gameplay. Alright, how can I do this without having my screen go all wonky again? Let's try. Perfect. There you go. I scroll down again. After 3.18, we want to separate commodity trading from cargo hauling. Commodity trading will be high risk, high reward. If you invest large amounts of your money, you will also have to manage the cost of loading and unloading as well as protection. Oh, so you will have to... well, maybe they mean protection like escorts. On the other hand, cargo hauling is just moving things, NPCs, from point A to B, almost like a delivery mission. So you can fail it and lose rep, but you're not going to lose money. You're not tied financially. You'll be moving things that pirates don't care about, and there'll be no profit for them. So people are still going to blow you up because they're going to see you with like a caterpillar, but at least you're not losing money. First step here is we'll be adding cargo hauling missions that extend the current box delivery missions once you can manually load and unload your own cargo. That's cool. But you're going to need to have multi-tools working in armistice zones, I would assume. They will start small and get larger. The only thing that players are risking is reputation. Yeah, that's cool. I'm really happy with that. That's actually pretty awesome. But the main thing I want to talk about was the soft death idea. The idea that once your ship is taken out by our pirate, it's going to be dead in the water, and you can fight to defend your ship. Now, the issue I have with that is I don't know how you're going to repair your ship, so I'm really hoping ships will repair themselves afterwards, because right now, as it stands, if they disable your ship and you fight them off, what's to stop someone else from coming by and shooting you because you can't do anything? So, come on. Well, here, power up. Can you get a little closer? Not really. I'm basically rubbing. Come on. Power. Oh, this is frustrating. There we go. We're going up again. Just a little bit. We just need to break it. Once we break it once, we're gonna be able to refine this rock, no problem. So what do you think? Anyone watching this video, what do you think about the idea of a soft death? Do you think it's gonna actually get pirates to do a little bit more piratey stuff? Do you think there's gonna be more boarding? Do you think there's just gonna be a lot of people disabling a ship, and then when you are unable to do anything, just destroying you? So I'll tell you right now, with what are they called? The weapons that just damage your ship systems, but not your ships. I don't. Oh, that was too close. I find they are used a lot by pirates who will wear you down so you're dead in the water, and then they'll just shoot you and blow you up. That's usually... Ooh, this is all 100% Quantanium. I will start with that one for sure. I'm thinking it's going to start out initially a lot more pirates, a lot more piracy. You're going to get attacked a lot more while everyone tries it out. I don't think I'm going to get boarded that much. I think the boarding action is going to be a select few that are really enjoying that game loop, and other people finding it too much work and not fun enough. They would rather have something a little more guaranteed, like picking up boxes or just blowing up people or ransom. That is my guess. I'd be happy to find out that it's differently. I think it'd be kind of fun to be boarded and have to defend yourself, or maybe even the ransom of now the fact that you can offer them a couple specific boxes for them to leave you alone, and hopefully they do. That'd be kind of a cool thing. So that is it. I'm gonna just keep doing a little bit of mining today. I have the other videos coming out soon, so look forward to that. And if you have any ship that you would like me to kind of really check out during the free fly, let me know. But oh, what am I? There we go, 84%. But until next time, while I get all this delicious Quantanium, I hope to see you soon in the verse. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Now, I did end that video, but I'd like to continue it a bit more because I was looking at spectrum while I'm flying back. Now, how I fly back, to keep it safe from pirates, I always fly in an opposite direction and then come in from a different side, as opposed to the line that everyone knows I'm going to. Also, with the new way Lagrange points are, find Lagrange point, find the station, and set the target to there, not just Lagrange point. It makes it a lot easier to find your place. But I'm going to look at a spectrum post that was on there. It was a series of questions, and I'm going to kind of go through those as well as I head here. So, the first question is, what state will the ship husk be in after soft deaths? Will it have gravity, lights, automatic door functionality? I would love if your ship suddenly became a 0G dark place where you had to force the doors open. That would be really cool. Will the soft death penalty apply to all ships across the board, or only those with interior? Yeah, could you just knock down something like an Arrow or Gladius and have them not able to function? I would assume yes. How long will a soft dead ship hulk persist? Well, that's kind of interesting, because will you be able to salvage the remains of that ship after it's just sitting there? I'm wondering if a soft death considers that to be a ship that you can strip the hull off. Do missiles and torpedo kills also count as a combat death or explosive death? I'm assuming they're going to be explosive death. That would be my guess. Does direct collision with a planet surface count as explosive, or they can trigger soft death? I would assume if it would normally... I would assume it would make it explode, but maybe not. Maybe if you just do enough damage to like damage systems of your ship. That's an interesting one. That one I'm hoping is answered. Will NPC ships also have soft death? If so, does that mean can we sometime board NPC ships, husks, and finish the bounty mission? That would be awesome. Or that would lead to where you can actually incapacitate and take somebody into your Cuddy Blue and put them in that little human storage compartment, whatever it's called, little like cells. That would be really cool. Hopefully that's the thing. Will any NPCs have cargo aboard the ships could be looted after soft death? I hope so. That would be awesome. Will the remaining Huska ships after soft death be indestructible? I would hope they have some ways that no one's just going to blow you up once you're incapacitated, but I would assume that's not going to be the case. Can players inside the husk take damage from ballistics or explosions from outside, or is this more like an A2 Jumptown scenario? I would assume it's more like Jumptown, at least right now, especially since interiors and exteriors of ships are kind of handled differently by different shards of the servers, as far as I know. Can husks be moved by collision with other ships, even put inside large hangars like an 890 jump? I'm going to assume maybe not, but that would be cool if it was. What happens to husks and the players within when a ship experiences soft death in the atmosphere? Will the husks take damage when crashing the surface? I would assume that is probably going to be the case. And I would expect that to be the case. And what happens to vehicles inside or attached to the ship husk? Example, if I have a Pisces in my Carrack internal hangar, how are they treated upon soft death? Hopefully they are fine. It'd be cool if you could then force open the hangar doors, maybe if everything's shut down power-wise, but you can get them working, you could take out your ship and either escape or continue the combat. That would be pretty cool. As I head in, I'm going to show you. I got 31.99 SEU of Quantanium from that asteroid I was mining. So that's pretty good. That is almost a perfect full load. So I'm really happy with that. As long as I don't run out of time. How much time do I have? 7.5 minutes. Plenty of time. Is that a Argo? Looks like it was a mole. Alright, we're coming in. I'm going to put my landing gear down before I forget. And I am now going to go refine this so I can sell it later. So this time, for sure, I'm going to link to this set of 12 questions and the Ask Me Anything thread, because that's no longer easily seen on Spectrum. But I don't remember the person who posted these 12 questions, so I'm going to post that in my video. So if you want to kind of look or respond to those questions or read all the questions that were in the Ask Me Anything before the Inside Star System comes out, check that out in the comments down below, or in the link down below. Thank you again for watching. I'm going to do my best to land without crashing. These doors are not open yet, but soon. Whoa. That means I only got, what, 6.5 minutes? Is that when it starts? So until next time, and I'm not going to explode, thank you again for coming along with me on this little mining trip. Goodbye.